What's going on YouTube? My name is Josh and I'm going to give you today my top 10 albums of the year. Now this year has been very difficult because there were a lot of projects in my opinion that were top notch, that were just great, but it took a while to pick out 10 projects, and I personally feel like even in the honorable mention section that I'm about to announce could be in my top 10. There's just been days where I just feel like, oh, this should be in the top 10 and this should be traded out, but it kind of feels like, or you love all your children but you gotta pick one. That's exactly how I feel like with these albums. So let's jump right into the honorable mentions. So first we have Kanye West with The Life of Pablo. That was an improvement from Yeezus. That's how I personally think, and it was a fun project. It was great to start off the year. I have Terrace Martin with Velvet Portraits, a great instrumental album, and you could definitely hear the influences off of Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. And then we have Bruno Mars with 24 Karat, 9 short album, but it was great. Every song was enjoyable. Danny Brown, Atrocity Exhibition. Moving on to Mick Jenkins, The Healing Component. Travis Scott's Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. A lot of people said that they didn't really like this project as much as they did the other one with Rodeo, but I enjoy this one more. Coming up next we have Game with 1992. He's been coming off strong with previous projects from last year with his 2.5 release. Vic Mensa, there's a lot going on. That's a short project as well, but very solid. Riva DeVito, the Move EP, DVSN, that might be Division, with September 5. Those first 2 tracks were incredible, and the rest I didn't really mind. Maxwell, Black Summer's Night. That was a good R&B album to listen to. You could jam that out during the summer. We have BJ the Chicago Kid, In My Mind. DJ Khaled, Major Key. Surprisingly, I don't really like his albums at all. He'd always have 2 or 3 great tracks out of 12 to 15, and I wouldn't really care for any of those. Mac Miller, The Divine Feminine. That was a great one. Mac Miller really switched it up, and I enjoyed that a lot. We have Drake's Views. I like Control, One Dance, the ones that'll get you dancing. It was okay. It wasn't even okay. It was just whatever. Logic, Bobby Tarantino. That's coming straight off of The Incredible True Story, which was also a great album, and this mixtape / album was very nice. It was a good listen. Frank Ocean's Endless and Frank Ocean's Blonde. This was tough. This list was really tough. Like I said before, this was supposed to be in my top 10, but the other 10 projects just really stuck out to me more. Kate Tronado with a fun album, 99.9%, and Run the Jewels 3 that came on Christmas, and it was good enough to sneak into the honorable mentions. It wouldn't be fair because it has that freshness. No Worries with Anderson .Paak and Knowledge. Yes Lord, that was a great album. He was on his pimp shit. He was listening to, you could hear the influences from the 80s and 70s. And last but not least, that didn't make the top 10, although he is the best rapper right now, Kendrick Lamar's Untitled Unmastered. Okay guys, that was my honorable mentions. I'm gonna start off from 10 to 1. I had to put this in order. This was very difficult, but I looked at my list, and as of right now I'm pretty set with it. I'm happy with any of these, and my criteria based off of the top 10 is my playback, how much do I go back to this project. So here it is, the top 10. Starting off with number 10, we have Sir with Her. That was, I actually never heard of Sir until this year. I saw a tweet from, I think, the TDE camp, and they said that this guy dropped a project, and it was great. It was a short little EP, album, mixtape, whatever you want to call it, but every song was solid. It was great. It was a good listen. Number 9, we have Big Baby by Dram, DRAM. That was a surprise. His Broccoli joint, it's fun, it's silly, I could play it in the car, I can enjoy it, it's great. And even with the rest of the songs too, Virginia Breeze, that was a great song. Every song on here I didn't really have a problem with. Number 8, Rvmirez from the TDE camp, The Sun's Tirade. The TDE camp has probably the best year when it comes to releasing projects, because every person that has brought projects out have been pretty solid. The only project that I didn't really care for was that Lance Skywalker one. Not because I didn't know him, but I actually gave a listen, and it's not for me, man. It's not for me. Number 7, YG, Still Brazy. Now that was a shocker. From that transition from My Crazy Life to here, I never thought he would have this kind of sound. And the way he sounded earlier when he was a lot younger with Tooted and Booted, I never knew his voice would be like, you know, this mature at his age. And it's just that West Coast funk. It's that great funk that you used to listen to, you know. It makes me feel like I'm playing GTA San Andreas all over again, which is great. Number 6, another member of the TDE camp, Mr. Schoolboy Q with Blank Face LP. This was great. This was my very first reaction video that I made on Facebook that I might post on YouTube, so just keep an eye out on that. Just from top to bottom, I just had no complaints with it. I mean, it's kind of hard to hold my attention for like a long period of time. I don't know, man. It just blew me away when I first heard it. And he can take you to so many places, and it's great. It's great. All right, heading into the top 5. No Name Gypsy. It's No Name with Telephone Mixtape. Now this was a surprise. She is a Chicago MC, and she rolls with Chance the Rapper and The Social Experiment. She is an MC, a rapper, and a poet. She is incredible. I love the music. I love the production that was in it as well, and like the message that she was delivering. It's a short project, 33 minutes. It kept my attention, even though it was mellow at times. It still kept my attention. Number 4, we're gonna head over to 2088 with Jhené Aiko and Big Sean, and that was also a short album. And the first track, Deja Vu, with how R&B it was, it immediately caught my attention, and it just went better and better on from there. And I appreciated it more when I saw their mini movie on the album. Okay guys, this is getting a little more difficult to think about. I kind of want to change my top 3 now, but I can't. This is for the video. So number 3, Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love. He really switched it up from Because the Internet over to Awaken My Love. No, I would have never thought that he would be going in this direction. With the exception of that mini project that he released last year called Kuwai. That was a lot of fun too, and you should definitely listen to that. That's like 6 songs that I really enjoy. Like, I really prefer him singing over rapping. Oh, you know, I actually don't know. He's really good at rapping and singing. I guess he's a juiced up Drake, like so much better. Number 2 and number 1, this was literally 1A and 1B. This is how I feel. But number 2, I'm gonna have to give it to Chance the Rapper with Coloring Book. I know a lot of people don't like this mixtape. They think it's overhyped, but I think it's great, man. The gospel approach to it. You can hear instruments, you know, instead of like the trap beats and whatever's trending nowadays. It was something that nobody was really expecting, and I had a lot of fun with it. I'm still listening to it to this day. Number 1 goes to Mr. Anderson .Paak with Malibu. This released earlier in the year. I wasn't expecting much. I heard the Compton album, and I heard this feature, and I'm like, who's this raspy voice guy? Like, he can really carry a hook. I was wondering, like, I wonder if he can really, you know, bring an album out, if he can create an album. And he did with Malibu. His previous projects were okay, but nothing tops this album. This is his best work so far. This is the album of the year for me, with the playback and just the vibe that it gets me in. I just love the positivity of it. I love the way it gets you bouncing. His voice, man, it's incredible. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's my top 10. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna be able to see this as much, but yeah, I'm always down for a conversation. And also, I run a a SoundCloud page because I do, bits and pieces of podcasts. I'm only 3 episodes in, but I'm hoping to spread that out too. And shout out to Amazon for hooking up with it. We hooked up this my fly ass microphone. We'll probably set the link down there. And what else is there? My brother is bringing out a mixtape. I'll put that in the description down below. But yeah, I appreciate your time, everyone, and till the next time. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with this channel. It's kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.